Building a startup is the most brutal self-development journey in the world. You lose money, you lose sleep, and you question everything, including your own sanity. And if you're not careful, you will quit before ever figuring it out. Let me show you 5 brutal truths that I wish I learned earlier. Number 2 is something that will probably upset most early stage founders. So before I started my design studio Grauberg, I actually founded a tech startup. We raised 6 figures in VC funding. We had a vision, we had a team. Everything worked until it didn't. And looking at pictures from this time, I can see that my smile was fake. That experience broke me a little, but it also taught me a lot about being a founder and building a product that people actually want. And so you don't make the same mistakes, here are 5 brutally honest truths that you need to hear. Truth number 1, nobody cares about your product. I mean, you care. You spend months designing it, building it, but the truth is nobody else cares. Not yet. And that's brutal, because we all secretly wish that people just show up. But that's not how it works. One of my favorite examples is the founder of Lemlist, Guilherme Mubesh. In the early days, almost nobody used his product. But instead of disappearing and building in silence, he built in public and shared the progress of his software, the struggles as a founder, and the journey from a small idea to an actual startup. And slowly, people started following. Not because the product was perfect, but because they started believing in his vision. And that's how you make people care. By building in public, by sharing not the value of your product, not only that, but also how you build it, why they should care, why they should trust you. And all of this comes from building in public, which is something I didn't do and I definitely should have done in the beginning. Truth number 2, validation is not traction. Just because someone says, hey, that's a cool idea, doesn't mean they will buy your product. I had dozens of interviews and sales calls where the user or the customer sounded excited. They said, yeah, of course, I will use that. Let me get my colleague. This is a really cool idea. I want to share it with them. I was super excited. I thought, hey, finally some progress, almost a new client, but that was not true. The only real sign for traction is behavior. They sign up, they use the product, and they pay for it. Paying for a product is the ultimate goal and the ultimate sign for traction. Not only important to you, but also important to investors. I'm also an angel investor, and I recently talked with a founder who had a wait list of 10,000 members. And 10,000 is a lot, and I think they are really great at marketing. But just because they have waitlist members does not mean that their product is actually solving the problem. For me, it was not a fit, and that's why I didn't continue the discussion. Because for me, that was not traction, it was just validation for a good marketing website. Truth number 3, you will want to quit. Often. This one hits deep because there are some days where you just want to throw the towel. You're doing everything right, building, shipping, marketing, leading your team, but at the end of the day, nothing worked. So you feel tired and you start questioning everything. But that's normal, that's part of the building. Founders don't burn out just from building. They burn out because they don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. The most important thing is never quit on a bad day. Take a walk, get some drinks with some friends or call a founder friend and then sleep on it. There's a big chance that at the next day everything is good again and you continue fighting. Truth number 4, speed is defined by your feedback loops. Most founders think that their speed is defined by how quickly they can ship new features. And I thought that as well. But that's not speed, that's motion. Real speed is you ship, you go live, you get feedback, and then you implement that feedback. Because if you're building in a vacuum, it doesn't matter how fast you're going. The founders who are winning are not those who ship the fastest, but those who learn the fastest. Or, like Paul Graham said, do things that don't scale. Because those are things that create a real signal. And truth number 5, you don't need 10,000 users, you need 5 to 10 real ones. Of course, we all want to go viral, we want to post those MRR screenshots on social media, but early traction is not about those numbers. It's about the depth of your users. If you can find 5 to 10 people who really love your product, who use it every day, and if you ask them if you remove the feature tomorrow and they say, no, let's not do that, that's what you want. And that's product market fit in disguise. Of course, you need a lot more than just 10 users to have product market fit, but it is going in the right direction. And for us, it was even more different because we sold to big NGOs who had over 1,000 employees and millions of followers. One big deal meant a huge impact for our startup. And even Stripe started by just building the tool for 10 core users. You don't need hype, you need honest obsession. 5 to 10 people who really love your product. So yeah, these truths are brutal, but they're also freeing. Because once you stop chasing those surface level targets, you can start building something that people actually want. So focus on real users, tighten your feedback loops, and share your journey online. And don't let bad days fool you into thinking that this is not the right thing for you. If you're still here and still trying, you are ahead of most people. Just don't stop now. If this was helpful, I write a weekly newsletter called Design Lab, where I share stuff like this to founders like you. You can find the link below. And if one of those truths hit hard, let me know in the comments. I'm really curious of what you experienced so far.